friend left you? He left? Okay.
who have gone through this tournament without a single loss. And the Western Canada Selects, who, while they haven't lost, they did have one overtime win. Both of these teams with impressive players, impressive goaltending across the board. So it's bound to be a very good matchup between these two squads.
And I don't think it matters what age it is. Canada versus Russia is an age-old rivalry. You know, it goes back over 50 years. So when we think about all the times that these two teams have played, even at this level, that you know, rivalry between nations has definitely built up, and both are going to want to walk away with gold here.
Players lined up here, I imagine we'll probably play some national anthems considering this is our championship game.
We haven't seen them since the opening game of the tournament, but it's probably appropriate for the championship that they do play them.
And with that, we are about ready to get underway here in the championship game. These two teams have met before in this tournament in previous years. They met last year in a semifinal matchup, which took overtime to solve, and Moscow did come out on top on that one. So some history here between these two squads, and a bunch of these kids probably played on the team last year. The Moscow fans are a loud bunch. I think the loudest was probably Team Sweden, but Moscow will give them a run for their money. So the starting goaltenders in goal for Western Canada, number 1, Jesse Sanch. And in goal for Moscow, number 40, Mikhail Egorov, with by far my favorite helmet of the tournament. He's got an old school kind of like Jofa buckety style helmet.
Dominic Hasek kind of.
Yeah, it's fantastic. He's got an interesting style of play. Earlier in the tournament I saw he was trying to get some avoid some traffic in front, and he's doing it with his glove in the air while he's on the ground searching for the traffic. It's a fun style. And we are off. CSKA Moscow with initial possession. Poroshkov trying to force it down into the zone. McLaughlin will get it behind the net. He's taken to the ice.
Big hit.
McLaughlin is not an easy player to get to either. He's one of the better, he's a good defender for the Western Canada team. Good chance here by Mercick. Mercick has great speed and hands. Goaltender, though, gets the pad save. Moscow picks up the rebound.
Oh!
And a big hit there by Calabrini. This one will come the length of the ice. Doyle chasing it. He's being pressured hard there by Poroshkov. Doyle will turn back, gives it to McLaughlin behind the net. Comes out in front for Catton. Drops it for Caswell at the blue line. He'll try to chase it in, but it's picked up. That's Okunev of Moscow. Hands it off up front there to Dontsov. Kept in at the point. Another shot from the point. Caswell trying to get on it. He's able to chip it off the boards. He's looking for Catton, who's on the other side. Catton speeding towards the net. He's got Gavin on the other side, but he fans on the shot. So a shot in front from Catton. That's batted down. Moscow will try to clear the zone. They're able to do it, but it's stripped off the stick of Okunev. So Gavin will try again. The goaltender makes a save, but he's looking for the puck, and it's up in his equipment.
Great job there, and that was a big hit by Calabrini to open that opportunity up, and here you see Gavin with another good chance on net. You know, Calabrini said the highlight of his season was being named team captain and getting to travel to Los Angeles for a tournament, and also comes from an athletic bloodline. His father was a professional soccer player, so that can kind of show where you get that little bit of added skill from.
CSKA Moscow trying to clear it. That one will be brought up by Zaitsev. He chips it in front from his knees, but it goes instead to Wetch. So Wetch will speed in. He's got Richie with him. He can't get the shot off. He was kept to the outside.
Again.
And a little bit of a miscommunication in front there, and Western Canada will go up by 1 early.
I think it might have bounced off Heslop. We'll see here on the replay. It was Wench driving to the net. No, and number 33 on defense for SKA shot it off his own player and into the net.
So number 33, that would be Venskol. So a little bit of a miscommunication and some traffic in front, and it puts Western Canada up by 1.
But Wench will get credited with the goal.
CSKA Moscow carry it up over center ice. That's Lagoda. Driving to the net, and Sanch will cover it up for the faceoff.
Well, you know, he's been another player that we've really enjoyed watching in this tournament. Gives them so many scoring options, not just on that first line, but the second line is able to produce so much too.
Yeah, Western Canada definitely one of the higher scoring teams in the tournament. They had a few early blowouts, but even in their wins, they're up around 5-6 goals a lot of the time.
And speaking of strong athletic bloodlines, like we mentioned before, he's a cousin of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
Definitely a lot of athletic families from these players, a lot of the multi-sport athletes as well. Mercick will chase that into the corner, trying to get it off of Sharavin. Comes around the boards there for Frolov. He'll chip it out to center ice. Picked up there with some speed by Okunev, but he can't get it out in front, so Western Canada will try to clear that. Comes only to center ice. Moscow trying to get it back in, but it's picked up by Mercick. Mercick will chip that off the boards. He's got Calderini there. He was looking for Sauch on the other side, but he couldn't find him. Battle for it here in the corner. Calabrini trying to shake off the check. Moscow coming out away with the puck. Tamazov carried over the blue line. Drops it off for the point, and Tamazov will pick it back up as he drives toward the net. Comes out to the blue line. Chance to tie it, and he does not make that mistake. Okunev buries it with the open net.
And you could see that one coming. He spotted him out of the corner of his eye, and he was wide open at the side of the net, and there was no chance for the goaltender. He slid it across, and it was just a one-time blast into the net. Look at that. Great vision, no one there, and he roofs it.
All alone there was Ivan Okunev for CSKA Moscow. And the great pass out in front by Dontsov.
So shortly after Canada takes a 1-0 lead, CSKA comes back and ties it up.
Trying to get it in here is CSKA. They'll pick it up behind Western Canada's end. Skate it around to the other side. He'll drop it off, though, in the corner there. Comes up to the blue line. Shot from the point, looking for the tip in front. Almost gets it, but it'll come back out to the line. Catton in with some speed. Has Caswell in front. Caswell tries to put it under the pads of the goalie. And the goaltender making a good save as he slides the puck out of trouble. Vorobev looking to get the shot across the slot. Can't do it. Some good sticks there by Western Canada. That one comes down behind Sanch. Kime will try to challenge in the corner. He's able to poke it off the stick of the Moscow player. Catton will come in to help. Western Canada able to clear it to center ice. Gavin will chase it. He's racing Catton there into the corner. Gavin first to the puck, but he's thrown into the boards there. Western Canada able to get it out in front for Ritchie. His shot interfered with, so it goes behind the goal. Parashkov sends that one up for Frolov. Looking for the option in front, but he's cut off there by Buxkowski. Chance at the point there for Rodionov, but his shot blocked by Wetch. This one comes down low for Lagoda. Gets it on the other side there for Shervakin. Frolov holding on to it in the corner. Shravin from the point. Goaltender sees it, makes the stop, and the rebound is picked up by Buxkowski. So Arpin will try to skate that out. Can't get it past center ice. Moscow's able to bring it right back in. Lagoda holding on to it behind his net, looking for Rodionov at the blue line. He turns it over to Ritchie, who's got Wetch with him, but it's taken right off Ritchie's stick there by Sharavin.
It looked like he wanted to send him on the breakout pass, but the Russian defender just cut it off and he couldn't get it to him.
Moscow doing a great job of limiting the chances here early. Arpin will chase that into the corner, trying to get it out. Wetch will chip it up the boards. Heslop will get it. A few steps over the blue line. He'll take the shot. Goaltender, though, makes the save. Trying to carry it here over center is Dontsov. He'll send it back, though. Moscow circling into their own end. Dontsov will send it down behind his goal for Tamazov. That one's chipped all the way down. Doyle will chase it into the corner, but Moscow there first. McLaughlin will pressure him behind the net. But Dontsov able to come away with the puck. McLaughlin now grabs it and chips it over. Calabrini trying to get himself over the blue line, but he's put down to the ice. McLaughlin will come in, chips it down low. McLaughlin cutting to the front of the net. The shot, but the net came off, so the officials will have to blow that one down.
And chances coming at both ends, but Canada really putting it on right now. You see there the good shot by Sauch. And this one is really, I think, the toughest matchup that either team has had so far. You know, there's been some games where both teams have blown out their opponents, and other ones where they've had close calls, but they've always basically been on the winning side of everything. And now they're facing off where one of the two will ultimately have to suffer a defeat.
Definitely. Both of these teams have been tested, but this will be their toughest test yet, for sure. Both of them highly skilled. Carried in by Catton, but that's offside. So that draw will be won back to Keim. He'll try to clear it. Gets it over center, but it's taken off of his stick there by cska. Keim doing a great job of pressuring Frolov. Gavin will carry it back into his end, being pressured here, though, by Frolov. They'll try to put it up for Catton, but he's pinned to the board, so it'll go the length of the ice, and Rodionov will chase it into his own end. Off the boards for Lagoda on the other side. Can't be kept in at the point, so Catton will come out while his teammates clear the zone. Caswell, though, gets it back to him. His shot beats the goaltender, and Western Canada up 2-1.
And Catton, maybe the most dominant offensive player in the tournament, sneaks one through, and it's hard to believe he got that in. You look here as a tough angle from the outside, and just under the blocker between the arm, he sneaks it in.
Not much space there to be found, but Catton picked it up, and he leads the tournament in goals, both in the preliminary rounds and the playoff rounds.
Just a dominant showing by him in this tournament. He says his strength or his speed and ability to protect the puck, and we saw that on full display there coming down the wing. He could also probably mention his passing ability and good shot too, but yeah, great display there by him.
We have a penalty coming here to Western Canada. The Moscow player on the ice looking not so comfortable. A chance down at the other end, and Sanch will cover it up.
He was hit hard into the net there, and his teammates will go check on him. He was holding his knee.
So Wetch is who will head to the box for Western Canada. So on the other end, Sanch doing a great job of getting his eyes and his gloves on the loose pucks in front.
So we just had the paramedics out late in the last game, and now we have medical staff tending to another player early in this game. It's tough that we continue to see them back here. So.
It's unfortunate in these situations, but it's nice that the medics are here and they're close by. They can get themselves on the ice nice and quickly to help tend to these players. Never a good thing to see, especially early in a game like this. Looks like all the players will clear out of the way. They're batting their sticks, so it looks like he's standing up.
We'll hope that he'll be all right.
Oh, it looks like Wetch went in the wrong box, so he'll have to change sides. He's standing on his own, but the medics and the players trying to help him out here. Wetch has been sent to the dressing room, so it's a 5-minute major. The 5-minute major is up on the board.
Misconduct.
Yeah, so it's a game misconduct, and unfortunate for Western Canada. I mean, given the circumstances, you throw the hit, you take the penalty, and that's your own responsibility. But for Western Canada to lose one of their more important players.
And to lose him in the first half of the first period of a championship game, that's rough. Especially when you've come all the way from, Canada over here to France and not be able to enjoy that if your team ends up winning.
Definitely an injury to the leg. He's only putting weight on one of his legs.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a knee-on-knee. And he just caught him coming around the boards. I don't know if there was ill intent there or not. I'm not going to speculate on that. But he did catch him in a vulnerable situation. And we'll hope that the player will be all right.
And so the player that did end up in this position for CSKA is number 32, Timur Call. So he's on the bench and he's up and moving and talking to the paramedics. So that's the best sign you can hope for given the situation. Medics are going to try to move him off the bench. So Western Canada, after putting themselves up by a goal, will take a penalty, and now they have a 5-minute penalty to try to kill off here. A dangerous opportunity to give to CSKA, being the dominant team that they have been so far. Of course, these two teams haven't played each other yet in this tournament. So the penalty was for kneeing, as Eric mentioned. Chance here blocked in front by Western Canada. Chance on the rebound there for Okunev. Comes out to the other side. Dontsov will get it up to the point for Shiravin. Dontsov with a chance. Goaltender bobbles the rebound. It comes to the corner. Dontsov will get it back. Back to Shiravin. Dontsov with a chance, and that's tipped high into the corner. Doyle will put the body on the CSKA player, but they'll maintain control. Shiravin from the blue line. Sanch doing a great job of swallowing up that rebound. In a situation like this, the last thing you need is a loose puck in the crease.
But this Canadian squad has been excellent at killing penalties throughout the tournament, too. I mean, really top to bottom, it's hard to pick out a point in their game where they weren't effective. And you know what? The Russians didn't score as many goals as the Canadians did in the tournament, but they're such a well-oiled machine. It seems like everything they do is so efficient with the puck. And
definitely has been. And I think it depends on who you play as well. There was a 21 or 20-0 win for Western Canada in one of the early games, so something like that. While you earned it, it will pump up your offensive numbers and make your goal differential pretty good. But they didn't allow a lot of goals. There was a point in the tournament where they had played 3 games and only allowed 2 goals. Mm-hmm. Thrown hard into the boards there by Kime was the CSKA player, Lagoda. It'll come up to the point for Rodionov. Along the line on the other side there for Poroshkov. Chips it off the boards. He was looking for Frolov, but it's in his feet. So Vorabev will be forced to chase it. Comes back to Frolov. Frolov takes it off the skate, puts it to his stick. A chance in front there on the open net, but he had to take the pass on the backhand. Poroshkov, when he got it to his forehand, the shot went into the corner. Rodionov gets that one down low. Another chance is tipped into the corner. Still 3 minutes to play on this power play. Comes for Rodionov at the point. His shot wide of the net. Poroshkov battling along the boards. Gives it off to Lagoda, who sends that one down for Vorabev. On the other side, it comes back to the point. Over to Rodionov. His shot looking for the tip in front. Can't get it. Poroshkov gets it down low. Comes back to him at the line. Shot down low, a chance from a tight angle, and Sanch doesn't allow for that rebound and gets the puck.
So Canadians doing a good job of killing that, but they're still not able to really move the puck much.
No, CSKA Moscow is really good at holding on to the puck and creating a little bit of pressure here. So Western Canada going to have to try very hard to avoid any more damage on this power play. Coming up to Shiravin. Gets it back on the other side there.
And of course, the 5-minute major gives them more time than they would normally have.
Definitely bound to tire out the players who are going to spend a lot of time on the penalty kill for Western Canada. Testing the goaltender as well, one of your most important penalty killers. Shot there. Saved and redirected into the corner, and they're able to clear it. So Western Canada clearing that one the length of the ice. They're down to slightly under 2 minutes now in the power play. Carried there over center ice by Shiravin. Poroshkov will get it up to the point from the blue line shot, and Sanch swallows it up, not allowing for the rebound.
Not a great high-quality chance for CSK there, but I did like the one-timer they had just earlier. That was a good blast and probably had a good chance to beat the goaltender right from the slot where Ovechkin likes to rip from, but just sent it wide of the net, and a good break for Canada because he got all of that one.
Yeah, it looks like they're hoping for some tips and stuff in front, and Western Canada doing a good job of not cutting off their own goaltender's view. That one in the corner. It comes up to Frolov on the wall. He'll put it down low there for Vorabev, who can't get the shot off. Vorabev gets it up to Frolov, who takes the shot. Sanch lets the rebound out into the corner where it's picked up by CSKA. Western Canada rings that around the boards, trying to clear it out. It'll go the length of the ice. So under a minute to go in the penalty. CSKA will carry it from behind their net, looking to get it up over center ice. Tamazov passes it off to Poroshkov. Poroshkov skates around the net, letting his teammates get set up out. Up at the point. Shot from the point, looking for the tip in front. Can't get it. Goaltender makes a save. Stuck up in the sticks and equipment. Keim trying to clear it, but Moscow doing a good job of getting on it. Chance in front there for Okunev, and Sanch making the save. And he can't get on that rebound. Out of position, and CSKA.
Number 9. And it's Dontsov. Will tie it. He jumped into a good spot and took advantage of the opportunity, sliding it in. You'll see right here the pass from behind the net to sneak in. Good pass by Poroshkov, and Dontsov buries it, and that'll tie this game. And they still have 21 seconds, remember, because it is a 5-minute major. The power play will continue, so they'll still have a little bit of power play time, but they got what they wanted. They tied the game up.
And Dontsov was the player who led CSKA in scoring through the preliminary rounds, and I think he's also led them through the playoff rounds here. So one of the more dominant players for this team. Another chance in front there for CSKA, put off the boards. Ritchie will try to clear it. It'll come down the length of the ice, and so we're into the final seconds of the penalty to Western Canada. So only allowing the 1 goal, which given a 5-minute power play to a team like CSKA Moscow is some decent limitation of the damage. Gavin will carry it over the blue line, looking for Caswell. Caswell gets a shot off. Gavin trying to get a hold of the rebound, but it's up into the air, and it's a high stick. So we're down to 6 minutes, 34 seconds to play in the first period of the championship game between CSKA Moscow and Western Canada.
And Canada will get their top line out there, for my money, the best line in the tournament of Caswell, Catton, and Gavin.
Arpin keeps that one in at the blue line. Catton will chase it down low, trying to get it out in front for Gavin, but it's picked up by CSKA player Poroshkov. That is out of play. And there will be a delay of game call to CSKA for that clear.
And it's got to be a little different for Catton actually playing against his own age group. He said the highlight of his season was playing as a double underage player in Pee Wee. As a double underage Pee Wee player in Bantam this year. So, you know, for a 12 turning 13-year-old to be playing against 14, 15, even 16-year-olds, I mean, that's a huge step up in age, especially in size, too. So, coming it down.
Catton not the largest player on the team.
No.
He's not small by any stretch, but he's not the size of 15 and 16-year-olds.
Highly skilled, though.
Highly skilled, and he's leading, like we mentioned, the tournament and this team in goals. 4 of the top 5 scorers in the preliminary rounds of the tournament, all on the Western Canada team. Chased into the corner there by Lagoda. He'll fire that along the boards into the Western Canada end. Chasing it is Calabrini. He'll shoot that off the boards, looking for Sauch, but it's just outside his reach, so it'll be picked up by Moscow. They'll shoot that back down, but Doyle's able to keep that one in. Not for long, though. Okunev will take off with it. He'll try to get himself around Calabrini. He stops up, gets it to the blue line. Shot from the point, and Sanch makes a save, allowing for a dangerous rebound in front, but his teammates, Mercick, able to pick it up. Mercick, another one of the good players for this team. I believe he led the tournament in scoring. Catton led it in goals. So Mercick spending a lot of time here on the ice. He's got a lot of points for this team. And like I said, at one point in the preliminary rounds, he led the whole tournament in points.
And you know what? I have a hard time labeling him as either a playmaker or a goal scorer, because I've seen him be equally gifted at both. So it's hard to say that he does one thing better than the other. I think that's just adds to his intrigue as a player.
Most definitely. I think when I looked at his stats from one of the last times leading the tournament, he had the same amount of goals as he did assists. Held on to there. Arpin trying to get it in front for Caswell. Can't get his stick on it. Catton chips it down behind the net. They can't keep it in, though. CSKA is able to clear it. With only 17 seconds to play in the penalty to Moscow. That comes up to Gavin right outside the blue line. He'll carry it in, letting his team get set up. To the point for Arpin. Back down there for Gavin. Gavin cutting in. Down low. Chance in front for Catton, and the stick of Rodionov in the way. Doing a good job of stopping Catton from getting that one. We are now back at even strength. Caswell leaves it down low there for Catton. He's thrown to the ice. My apologies, Gavin thrown to the ice. Chance in front, though, for Gavin. Goaltender makes a save, but the rebound comes out behind the net. Rodionov will try to clear it. Lagoda is able to do so. And Poroshkov will skate it down into the zone, chased behind the goaltender by Lagoda. Comes around the other side where Gavin will pick it up for Western Canada. He had Ritchie streaking in, but it was outside his reach.
Just about had it to him. He just couldn't bring it in. But I like the effort to try and spring him for the breakaway pass, especially when you have a man wide up by center ice.
And there is some definite speed on both of these teams. Ritchie does have some wheels, so he can take off. 3:36 left to play in our first period tie game between these two teams. Moscow will control the puck off the draw. Holding on to it, looking for the shot through traffic. It's tipped into the corner. Comes up to the point for Tamazov. His shot off the boards behind the net. Keim will try to race to it and clear it out. Gets it up at center ice there for Ritchie. He'll let the shot go. It's off the boards behind the net. Heslop will come down to try to keep it in, but CSKA is able to almost clear it. It hits Mersick's stick, and Moscow will pick it up. Matvienko carried it in. Doyle trying to get it out down low. Battle beside the goaltender, though, and almost a dangerous chance for CSKA. Carried into the corner there by Sharavin. Goaltender makes the save, doesn't allow for the rebound.
You'll see here on the replay. Tries to swing it in front, but a good smart play by Sash to just hold on to it.
Western Canada trying to clear it, but they shoot it up into the equipment of the CSK Moscow player. Nice play by Okunev to bounce it off the back of the net to try to keep it out of the hands of Western Canada. Rodionov gives it back to Okunev. That one comes up to the point there for Lagoda, who fires it back down into the corner. Battle for it behind the net. Goaltender trying to keep his eyes on it. Sauch will carry it up over center ice. He's got Catton on the other side. He tries to get it around the stick of Rodionov, but no dice. That one will come up to center ice. Catton gets it to Calabrini. He'll carry it in over the blue line, but Rodionov is there to try to break that one up. Chance there by Dontsov, and he roofs it. That's his second goal of the game.
And a glorious backhand goal there, and they celebrate in the corner. Just a fabulous effort. And he's being mauled by his teammates. Look at Dontsov here, dangling in short side backhand top shelf. That will be one of the highlights of the tournament for sure.
You gotta love the way he can get around the player and get the body position so that they can't get his stick unless getting a penalty. And Dontsov, the leading scorer of this CSKA team, does not make a mistake there.
Oh, and Holly, I mean, what can you say about a 13-year-old able to pull off a move like that? I mean, even to have the presence of mind and backhand, that's fine, but to go short side over the glove hand, which is his stronger of the two hands, like
in that tight too.
Yeah, just so impressive.
Some James Van Riemsdyk kind of moves there, in tight in front of the net. You'll have to forgive me, I am from Toronto, so unfortunately some of my hockey references will be Maple Leaf related.
No, but that's a fair comparison too.
Chance in front there for Mersick, but the goaltender, Egorov of CSKA, controlling that rebound. Great chance in front. He was all alone, Mersick, but the goaltender is able to deny him on the doorstep. So a minute 35 left to play in the first. CSKA Moscow now up 3-2. Mersick trying to dig it out of the bodies off the face-off circle, but it comes out into the corner. Tamazov will hang on to it behind the goal. Frolov will skate it over the blue line. He had Proshkov in front. He was looking for him. The goaltender gets that out of the way. Comes down behind the goal. Frolov trying to battle for it. Mersic gets it into the corner, but instead the goat is there. CSKA holding on to it. Chip down behind the net. Arpin trying to pressure them in the corner, but Moscow able to hold on to this puck the whole time and get another one. Some great puck handling by the goal scorer there just to dance around all the Western Canada players.
And a tough one for Canada to give up. 3 straight goals. They were leading 2-1 and now trail 4-2. Now that's a deflating one. Deeks out of the corner makes a good move and shelves it.
Hits the water bottle. You see a little bit of a bounce there.
So Western Canada facing their greatest adversity in the tournament now, down 2 goals in a ultimately most important championship game, and just 47 seconds remaining in the period.
Keim trying to chip that off the boards. Catton will get that one. He'll drive to the net, gets the shot off. It's just wide of the net. Chasing it on to the other side there is Gavin. Catton will pick it up down low again. He gets the shot off from the tight angle. Rodnov tries to get that to safety for CSKA. Okunev has it at center ice. He's in over the Western Canada blue line. Bonkowski will try to control it in the corner. It's out in front to Okunev, and Okunev misses the net. Donsov almost on that rebound. Rodonov will come down from the line. Dishes it off behind the net. Comes up to the blue line looking for Donsov. His shot tipped in front, but the goaltender able to get on that one, and it's into the corner. CSKA really putting the pressure on Western Canada here, and that marks the end of our first.
Well, they were playing with fire there. I mean, it could easily be 5-2 right now on multiple chances. So Western Canada lucky to survive that and just get out of this period down by 2, but they're going to need a better third or a better second and final period to come back and ultimately take home the championship. Okay.
Looks like we are almost ready to get underway here in the final period from our championship game. CSKA up 4-2.
It all comes down to this now, Holly. We have been watching this tournament all week. Countless games and long days of hockey for all these kids and parents watching and everyone involved, but it all comes down to this now for the championship trophy.
Catton will carry it out from behind his net. Looking to find Gavin streaking in, but Rodionov denies that chance.
And the fans were from CSKA were a little upset there. But I didn't see a trip. It just looked like he fell while he was getting pushed off the puck.
Yeah, the fans and the parents and everybody watching, there's always some officials in the stands hoping that their loudness will get their team a power play or a penalty, but...
You have to remember, also, these are the best officials, too, who've been hired to do this, so...
Yeah, it's not as if it's
judgment.
just random people. They're officials who have histories, who are good at this. They spend time picking them intentionally.
More qualified to break down calls than you or I.
And as we mentioned, no replay, so the call on the ice is just the call on the ice. Doyle will carry that over center. Gets the shot off.
And it's in!
So Western Canada not going out here without a big fight. They bury that one to bring themselves within one.
And sorry if I cut you off there for a second, Holly. It was just tipped along the way. He didn't see it. It looked like a harmless looking shot.
But it looks like Calabrini gets that all-important tip in front off the Doyle shot, and Western Canada fighting back, bringing themselves within one.
And that's exactly what they needed, because now it's still very early. We're less than a minute into the period. And already Canada's within one. They're in good shape now.
And Western Canada has played the comeback game through this tournament. They did it earlier today in the semifinal. They did it in the games I saw yesterday. Good chance there for Moscow. You know CSKA is going to come at you hard here now to try to get themselves back up by another goal.
They can't fall victim to giving another one. That was a glorious chance there for CSKA.
That it was held down behind the goal by CSKA. Doyle trying to get it out. None of them really sure where that one was. Chipped off the boards by Medvedko. Radonov shot at the point. Goaltender dives out to get it. It's into the corner. It's picked up again by Radonov at the point. Held onto in the corner by CSKA. Over onto the other side there for Sharavin. His shots into the corner. Picked up by Rodionov. Puts it around Sauch. Chance in front there for CSKA. Denied, though. Doyle will try to get it out. Can't do it. Coming back the other way. Sanch making the glove save. Mercick will pick the rebound up. Western Canada, a chance for Mercick. Gets it to Calabrini. He'll take the shot from in close. Trying to poke it past the pad there. Mercick on the other side with it. Being pressured, but he'll take a little bit of a skate. Backhands it over to Bonkowski. Heslop picked it up as he was off the bench rushing into the zone. That'll go into the corner. Rodionov will pick it up behind his own net. Catton will skate at him. Picked up there at center ice by Lagoda. Catton battling for it just outside the blue line. Moscow gets a shot off, but Sanch gloves it. Keeps that one safe.
So a nice drop pass there, and Mercick, I thought he was going to fire it from the high slot, but he ends up giving it back down to Calabrini in kind of an awkward angle. He didn't have a lot to shoot at. He still directed it at the net, but you know, it was pretty well covered there. So I would have liked to see Mercick kind of be a little more selfish and just shoot that puck.
Most definitely. Those two working very well together through this tournament, both in the top of the scoring for the team and the tournament. That one down behind the net of CSKA. This one will be carried out by Zaitsev. Down into the Western Canada end. This one at center ice. Zaitsev will carry it in over the blue line. Trying to cut away here from Bonkowski, being pressured. Gets it out in front. The hard shot there by Okunev, but the goaltender denies it.
Great job by Satch to cover that up. You see here, just a backdoor pass and no one on him. Someone has to lift his stick in front. You see Bonkowski sitting in the slot there. You can't just be washing the puck. Like, have an idea of what the player behind that's going to do. Of course he's going to center it. You got to lift that player's stick. That could have been a costly goal for them.
Most definitely. And the player on the doorstep, Okunev, one of the more dangerous players for the CSKA team. So you need to be a little bit more aware of that when dealing with a team who's equally as talented as you are and just as able to put the puck in the net. Chance in front for CSKA, almost tipped in on the side, but it goes into the corner. Another chance on the far side there. Intercepted by Bonkowski. Comes out to center ice for CSKA. It'll be sent over to Sharavin. Sharavin will carry it over center ice and fire it down. Sanch gets the save and the rebound. Carried in by Bonkowski. His shot off the post. And the rebound almost buried by Gavin, but it'll go behind the net. Great chance there for Western Canada to tie it up. And that's offside.
And I thought Gavin was about to score there. Good shot, first of all, that came off the post. You'll see it here. Walks in, rips a shot off the post, and the rebound. The goaltender got just enough of it to direct it into the corner. Normally, Gavin is burying those every time. I've seen him score at least 4 or 5 one-timer goals this tournament, and he could have buried that one easily.
Sauch streaking in on the other side. He's got Catton with him. Puts it through the feet of the CSKA player, but they're too far into the boards before he can get a stick on it. This one coming up for Vorabev. He'll speed up, but Doyle pokes it right off his stick. Vorabev gets it back, but Doyle trying to fight for it in the corner. The puck comes out. Calabrini gets the shot through the feet. CSKA clearing it out from in front of their goaltender. Vorabev trying to get it in, but it's come to center ice. Calabrini will try to keep it in. Catton now coming in to help. Catton to Calabrini off his foot, gets the shot off. Goaltender makes a save, and a great clearing there by CSKA, but they'll ice the puck, so the faceoff will come down. CSKA trying to sneak in a change, but the officials hip to that. Someone in the box is definitely a fan of Queen.
I don't mind that. I think the last song we heard after the third game might have been slightly premature, but other than that, any opportunity to listen to Queen's been good. The DJs have been quite good all week here, actually.
Yeah, the music's been good through the tournament. You always run the risk in a tournament like this of hearing the exact same songs over and over again, and they did a good job of keeping everybody up and entertained. Heslop will hold on to it in the corner. Ritchie picks it up. Chips it off the boards, looking for Bonkowski at the point. Gets it back to Ritchie, but it's off Ritchie's skate, and it comes out to CSKA. Zaitsev will carry that one in. Comes out to center ice, though, and Heslop racing for it, but first one to it is Sharavin to try to keep that in the Western Canada end. Kime will pick up the puck. Tries to clear it, but it goes off some feet, and now they'll be able to get it out to center ice. Rodionov over for Okunev. Okunev will pick up speed as he chases down the wall. He's got Dontsov in front, so a dangerous trio on the ice here for CSKA. Trying to chip it out. Mersick will pick it up. He tries to find Ritchie, but Rodionov was in front of Ritchie and gets the stick on it. Mersick doing a good job to get it back. Ritchie, though, fans on the attempt, so it'll be picked up by Parashkov. And Okunev was all alone on that side, so they'll have to race over to get it. Chance for Dontsov. He's looking for Okunev in the tip in front. Great stick save made there by the goaltender, Sanch. He's been tested hard here.
Didn't love that clearing attempt by Arpin. He basically cleared it right onto the stick of another Russian attacker. You have to direct it somewhere less dangerous.
Yeah, you see a lot of times players get into a bit of a panic and they're like, I got to clear it, and they don't look as to where it's going, or they whip it behind them, and you see it even in the professional leagues, and you just got to take a look.
Yeah, I understand. It's just your instinct to get it out of the crease, and we might see a replay of it here, right here, and it just came onto the stick of a Russian attacker, but... And that's for everyone. They got to be aware of where they are and just knowing that the Russians are so quick to jump on any loose puck. And when you're down by 1, you can't afford a mistake here. So we know Canada has the horses to get back in this game, but a costly mistake can take you out of the tournament.
13:08 left to play in the final period of this championship game. This one comes out to center ice for Gavin. Gavin will pick up speed as he drives into the zone, puts the puck on the net. They will get the face-off. Catton will win the draw for Western Canada, gets it back to the point. Down low for Gavin, but it's outside his reach. It bounces off the boards into the corner. Moscow trying to clear it.
And are we getting another call here? It looks like it's just coming to center ice.
CSKA will control it off that draw. Rodionov gets that one up for Matvienko. Chasing in, Matvienko will chase it into the corner on the other side there. Zaitsev will try to get it up to the point. He gets it to Rodionov. Back down for Zaitsev. Chip down low. McLaughlin will have to chase it into the corner, being pressured there by Vorabev. It'll come out to center ice. Falling down, but able to keep it in.
Good job to recover there, though. I thought he had lost the puck, and it would have been Calabrini walking in all alone.
Yeah, and Calabrini's a dangerous player. You don't want to give a chance like that to. In over the line. Looking for the chance on the other side there. Almost burying that in the empty net. Goaltender able to get over, but I believe they missed the net by just a little.
Great chance, though. Yeah, he shot it just wide of the net, but one touch, almost in the back of the net.
Rodionov will keep that one in. Down low, holding on to it there, is Matvienko. Selch will try to clear this out. Rodionov keeps it in, though. Mersick, my apologies, able to get to that one. Doyle will race it over center ice. He's in with some speed, has Calabrini with him. Selch on the other side. Doyle trying to ring it along the boards, and it's picked up by Zaitsev. He'll dish that one off for Dontsov. Dontsov gets the shot off, and Sanch doesn't allow for the rebound, keeping this a 1-goal game.
So Sanch keeping his team in there. He needs more goal support, though. They got that 1 goal 51 seconds into the period. Now they're looking for another one.
So 11:25 left to play in this final period. Rung around the boards. Looking for Ritchie, who was around center ice, but it's outside his reach.
It was an icing call, but...
Players arguing that CSKA touched the puck. I mean, we heard a noise, but...
I guess it is going to come to center again on the referee's error. And that's the smart thing to do, and I think... Yeah, it's good that they know, they make their mistake, but they make up for it. And
CSKA trying to get the outlet pass to Dontsov or Okunev. Mersick trying to keep it in. Catton will pick it up. Gets it out for Ritchie. Ritchie's backhand attempt. Goaltender makes a save, but the rebound comes out into the corner. Catton hunting it down. He gets a loose puck. Good chance in front here. Heslop turning and shooting, trying to get the opportunity, but CSKA is able to come away with it. Tamazov skating that one all the way down. He'll fight off Kime. Okunev picks it up. Puts it around Catton, but it's in the corner there for Western Canada. They were looking to get it to Ritchie, but the stick of Sharavin in the way of that.
It's going to be an offside, I think. Yeah, good idea, but I think they could have done a better pass. Coaches always say try to get it up the boards, and he tried to make a cross-ice pass with traffic. It just could have been easily picked off there.
Yeah, and Sharavin was only a few steps away, and his stick got in the way, and he was able to get it. You got to look a little bit closer. This one coming up to center ice. Caswell will try to carry it in, shakes off the hit. He's able to get the puck in along the boards. They're battling for it, though. Mercick comes up with it. Gavin going hard to the net. Mercick, though, has his stick lifted. Bonkowski, though, will pick it up. He'll take the shot, and the goaltender gloves it down.
So a good shot on net for Canada. They need to continue to keep applying this pressure. It's been too much time spent in their own zone, and two things they have to avoid: giving them too many chances the rest of the way and not taking any penalties, because at this point it's all focus on just getting the next goal.
Yeah, they're going to want to create a little bit more traffic in front too. CSKA will clear it out. Dontsov will chase it into the corner, being pressured there by Bonkowski. He throws the hit, but CSKA comes up with the puck, and Okunev buries that. The refs are waving it off.
Immediately waved off. They're still celebrating. No goal. And some disheartened looks from the CSKA team. We'll see on the replay here.
A breath of relief from Western Canada.
No, it went right off the skate. It's hard to say if there was a kicking motion or not, but
thankfully we are not dealing with video replay, and we don't all have to sit here for 20 minutes like you do with NHL hockey.
In fairness, he was driving to that and may have changed the angle of his skate at the last second just to help direct it, but no goal.
So Western Canada dodging a big bullet there. 9:35 left to play in this period, so they'll only be down by 1 instead of 2 here. Fired down into the boards, chased by McLaughlin. Souch will look for it in the corner. McLaughlin with it behind the net. Doyle trying to clear it out, but CSKA is able to come up with it. McLaughlin with a good stick there, getting it on the loose puck, gets it up to Catton. Catton over for Calabrini. Tries to get himself around Shiravin there, can't do it completely. Kept in by Doyle, but it's picked up by Shiravin. He'll drive it into the zone. Trying to cut out in front, can't do it, so he carries it behind the goal. Gets the puck out in front. A good job there by Western Canada to keep that out of the net. McLaughlin trying to get it to Souch, who was turning. It goes off his skates. And there will be a call on that one.
Interference. And he just leveled him, too. We have another player down. Hopefully he'll be all right. You hate to see another kid go down again this game. But not the best time for Canada to take a penalty. He's getting up, though, quickly, so that's a good sign.
Always a good sign when they're up and doing it by themselves, getting onto the bench. So Western Canada.
Clearly just shooken up. The medical attention won't even continue. But he was rocked hard there. And you know what? Maybe his team will say, it's hate to see a player go down, but we got a power play out of it. Let's make him pay on the scoreboard.
Oh, you'd most definitely want to do that, especially with 1 goal. It's very, not easy, but 1 goal to tie it is not the situation you want to be in a championship game. So if you're CSKA, this is where you want to put 1 more goal on the board for yourselves. So
that added insurance, right?
Some added insurance, definitely.
Oh! And that puck comes sailing into the bench. I thought it almost hit the coach. Looked like the puck hit a Canadian player in the head.
Good thing they are wearing helmets.
I think that might have been Catton who took it off the side of the helmet there. The coach dived back at the last second.
Moscow with it at the point. Tamazov over on the other side. Dontsov puts it behind the net for Okunev. Back to Dontsov. Dontsov gets the shot off, but it's stopped. In the feet of all the players in front. Keim trying to get it to safety. It's back to the point, though. Venskal off the boards for Dontsov, who gets it back to Venskal at the point. Looking down low for Okunev, and a nice play trying to get it in front of Frolov. Tamazov gets it to the blue line, and they take the shot, and Sanch doing a great job of swallowing that rebound.
Yeah. And I think some of the forwards for the Western Canadian team weren't moving their feet enough in there. And when you get standing around, this Russian team will pick you apart. So, yes, they have to kill off this penalty. I think that right now they might just be looking for that breakout pass shorthanded, and that's all well and good, but down by 1, you know, you just have to really just make sure you kill this off and then get back on the attack after.
Kept in at the point by Rodionov. Holding on to it into the corner there is Frolov. Okunev with it behind the net, looking for the pass to Shuravin, but the stick of Catton in the way of that. Comes back to Rodionov at the blue line. Banked off the boards for CSKA down low. Chance from the point. Catton doing a great job of getting his body and his stick in the way of that. Him and Caswell will collide though, so the possession will come back to CSKA. They'll skate out of the zone for a second. Poroshkov holding on to it, getting it over on the other side. Good job by Doyle of covering that. Chance down the middle there for Poroshkov, and it's into the glass. Comes up to Shuravin at the blue line. His shot down behind the goaltender. Into the corner for Frolov. Bonkowski trying to clear it. Penalty almost over. That one goes the length of the ice. Goaltender directs it into the corner, so we're back at even strength. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to play. Off the boards, looking for the pass to Arpin. He'll pick it up. That one's cleared up to Ritchie at center ice. Leaves it for Catton, and Ritchie thrown hard to the ice. Catton gets a shot off for a second. The goaltender can't see it, but he makes a save. So someone's headed to the box here.
I thought Catton was actually going to try and pass that to Gavin, but he elected to shoot, and it's hard to blame him. He had a chance in the slot.
The officials trying to send somebody to the box. None of the CSKA players want to go. They're just waiting here, hoping somehow if they ignore it, it'll go away, but that's not how it works. Okunev off the ice. Parents really unhappy with that one. Or the fans, I should say. They're not all parents.
But nonetheless, it'll be a power play for Canada with 6:15 to go. A huge opportunity.
I think the argument here is that, yeah, the officials got the player wrong. So even Western Canada was telling the officials that's not the guy. He's looking for number 9. He's hiding on the bench. Not that he was actually hiding, but they'll come get him. And the officials in the stands giving a round of applause here. So Dontsov is the person headed to the box for CSKA.
Probably the best possible player for Canada to have in the box, too.
It is. I mean, Okunev is lethal as well. So it's not, I mean, it's the lesser of two evils if you're Western Canada. But getting the right player is always the right move, so. Mercick with it in the corner, up to Catton. He'll get that to the point for Calabrini. Over for Doyle. Back for Calabrini with a shot. And they score. Western Canada has tied it up with just under 6 minutes to go.
And a rocket from the point as Calabrini buries it. What a shot, and he celebrates with his teammates. The biggest goal of the tournament for this team. Clear through the 5-hole. Gavin buries it on the rebound for good measure. And it's 4-2. What a goal.
So we have ourselves a tie game in the last 5 minutes of this championship game. Not much more you can ask for when you're dealing with a championship.
And when it gets this tight, you almost think next goal wins.
With this many minutes left, I mean, both these teams are lethal offensively, so you never really know, but it is getting down to the wire for them both. And as we've seen in the past of the playoff rounds, it's a 5-minute 3-on-3. Dontsov out of the box. Can't split the D. As I was saying, it's a 3-minute 5-on-5 overtime, then a shootout. Catton will carry this one over center ice. He leaves it there for Gavin. He'll chase it into the corner. Being pressured by Rodionov. Caswell trying to get it out in front. Shuravin, though, will chase that, trying to clear it. He's able to do so, but he's got a battle against Catton and Okunev. Leaving it there for Zaitsev. Shot. Redirected into the corner by the goaltender. 5 minutes to play. Tamazov will carry it over the blue line. He's got Okunev holding it in the corner. Being pressured there by Kime, but he'll hang on to the puck. Over on the corner there. The shot from the point gets the save. Trying to clear it out. Another shot from the blue line. It goes off of Caswell's foot, and he's laboring a little bit here, but he does get the block. Doyle will chase it into the corner. Chance in front, and the pass just outside the reach of Okunev. Into the corner. Frolov will try to keep it away from Mercick. He's able to turn away from him, but now Kime's on him. Kime will throw him to the boards, looking for Caswell to pick the puck off his stick. Can't do it. Kime will take another chance here. Goaltender, though, will cover that one and get a face-off here for his team.
So just over 4 minutes to play now, and nerves obviously picking up, but sometimes that can be a good thing and make you raise your game. And the next team to make a mistake will probably end up going home with a silver medal. So this is right down to the wire now. We got a timeout call, I think, coming.
Yeah, it looks like it was called by Western Canada.
I don't think the coach is being allowed to. It's too late of a call. He'll have to look to get his timeout in earlier.
So CSKA with possession of the puck. It'll go down below the net. Up to Rodionov at the point. Good job by Arpin to block the shot from the point, but still held in. Mercick trying to clear it. Can't get it past Rodionov. Now they will. Not really. Calabrini almost had it, but the stick of Rodionov doing a great job of getting that loose puck. Mercick collides here with Shiravin. Official telling them both just to get up and go. Calderini falls to the ice in the corner of the CSKA end.
He's going to get a hand pass there, so that might bring the play outside. I think it will. And no, it was a hand pass by CSKA, so Canada, the fortunate ones there.
So we're down to 3 minutes, 16 seconds in this tie game.
And you have to give credit to the goaltender Satch and actually the entire Western Canada team. They went into this period down 4-2 and have kept CSK off the board here in the second period, so full credit to them. There was, of course, the one disallowed goal, but other than that, he's been very solid this period.
And you can see in situations like that, it's not always the best teller, but if the team doesn't fight too hard after the refs call the goal back, you feel a little bit better about it. And CSKA protested for a moment, but they kind of let it go pretty easy. This one into the corner. Catton chasing it. He's being pressured along the boards by Call. Comes out to Gavin. He'll try to get away from Donsov. It's picked up by Tamazov. Can't get it out. Caswell will keep that one in. Trying to get it down low. Can't do it, though. Okunev will come away with the puck. He's got Donsov with him. Tries to get around Kime. Can't do it. Catton will pick it up. Gives it to Gavin. Gavin in over the blue line. He'll chase it into the corner. Caswell with it behind the goal. He's got Catton in front. Dishes it off. Gavin to Catton. Catton looking for the goal. Puts it on net. The goaltender makes a save, and they'll chase it into the corner. Okunev gets it back. It'll be carried up ice there by Tamazov. He gets it to center. Donsov now tries to get it in, but it's taken off his stick, and a chance there. The goaltender making the save, but losing his stick in the process. A great stick in front there by Doyle, making a very critical swat. It's icing, so they...
No, the ref waved it off.
So Western Canada avoiding a...
That'll be icing, though.
Not on one side, so we'll get it on the other side, and one way or the other, and there will be an icing.
So now with 1:39 to go, Western Canada gets an offensive zone face-off here and a chance to put the dagger in them if they can score.
Calabrini chasing it into the corner, trying to get himself set up here. He puts the puck off the boards behind the net. Richie will chase it. They get it up to Frolov. Frolov puts it over on the other side there for Lagoda. He'll take the shot. It's off Bonkowski. No one knows where it is for a moment. Parashkov will pick it up. Comes to Rodionov at the point. Over on the other side. Shot from the point, tipped in front, but it's into the corner. Thrown down to the ice. Bonkowski trying to get at the loose puck. It comes out, and Rodionov will pick it up and try to speed his way in front of the net. An attempt at the wraparound there by Parashkov.
I couldn't tell if it was the Canadian fans, the Russian fans who wanted to call there. It could have been either holding the stick or holding, if you look at it either way, but no call coming.
We are down to the 30-second mark here in this second period of the championship game. Shot there by Calabrini, high and wide of the net. Richie, though, almost on the rebound. Calabrini will glove it down. We're into the final 20 seconds. A chance in front there. Dontsov will pick up the puck. Stick still on the ice in this end. Doyle pressuring them. A good chance in front for Okunev, but a smart play with the stick there. Catton gets it to Caswell just over the blue line. Good stick there by CSKA, and they'll find Dontsov almost all alone. But that ends the period. Dontsov throwing his hands in the air. The refs did not blow that whistle. The period ended.
And a tough break, too. Caswell didn't get a shot off, and Dontsov had his breakaway blown down. So we'll now go to a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime. Following that, we'll go to a shootout if it goes there. But with 3-on-3 and the big ice, chances are we could see it finish before a shootout, which I do think is how it should end, actually.
Western Canada has been to one shootout the other day. That's their only non-straight just win, was their shootout win. So they do have a bit of experience here in the shootout. I don't think the goalie was Sanch, though. I believe the goalie in net for the shootout was Tatla.
So the coach talking it over. You'd think he would start with Catton and Gavin. They are both out there. And on defense, we'll go with Doyle.
Doyle has been on the receiving end of a lot of these, breaking up a late chance by Moscow, but he also has an offensive flair that can help in this 3-on-3 situation.
You definitely want the defenseman out there. Even if he isn't the best defensive guy, you need him to be a good skater. Teams have been burned in the past, especially in this new 3-on-3 environment the last 3 years, by putting out maybe a stay-at-home guy there, and he isn't the best skater and then gets caught the other end. So
Moscow will go with Frolov, Sharavin, and Parashkov.
So now we get down to a 3-on-3.
CSKA will pick up the puck off that draw. Catton trying to chip it off the stick here. He'll be able to pick up possession. Dumps it for Doyle. Doyle trying to get it off the skates of the CSKA player, but he's able to pick that up. Sharavin trying to get it over the line. Can't do it. Gavin will turn back in his skates. He goes down, and Sharavin will be pressured here by Catton. Catton trying to slow him down enough that Doyle can get there. Sharavin leaves it in the corner for Parashkov. He'll pass it off for Dontsov. Chance in front, and they end it.
And CSKA walks away with the championship. 43 seconds in, and a crushing blow for Western Canada.
Just something we saw them struggle with early, a lack of awareness as to where the CSKA players were on the ice. It's never good to see someone lose, but the excitement of the winning team is always fun.
Just incredible. One of the players down, almost kissing the ice. He was just so excited.
And the team coming over to Western Canada, coming over to give their goaltender a few touches. They know that this is not on the head of any one person. Moscow just got to the puck. So a close game, and anytime these two teams play, it seems to be close. Our colleague who called the game last year told us that they met in the semifinals, and the loss to Western Canada was in overtime as well. So these two teams familiar with extra frames. Moscow getting the better of Western Canada.
And also, it's worth noting that CSKA has now gone through 2 straight tournaments without losing a single game.
This is a good hockey team, and I think they benefit. I spoke about this earlier. A lot of the other teams are like mixes of players who play in different places all during the year, but the SKA Lions and the CSKA Moscow team, I think they play together all year. You can see all their equipment matches. They've got the pants and all of it. They play together all year round.
That's right, Holly. This is their winter club, whereas it's essentially an all-star team from Western Canada, and maybe that's not doing them justice calling it an all-star team, but they do come together as a unit. But it is the best players from across Western Canada, whereas this is one team who knows each other. They're not meeting for the first time or anything like that.
No,
so
there's chemistry there. There's systems there. These coaches have coached with them and coached these kids. So while the teams look evenly matched, I think in certain situations like this, the chemistry and the ability to know each other and know where you're going to be is helpful. Because as you could see, Western Canada had a hard time of figuring out where the Moscow players were going to go. And it led to some of these open net chances. And Moscow just with the chemistry that sometimes you can't get over.
Still a very tough defeat, though. Like you think about how dominant this Western Canada team was all week. And to come up one short, and then you can see Wetch has now joined them back out there. He's walking in his running shoes. He's taking his skates off, but stayed in his gear just in case he had the opportunity to come back out for the celebration.
It's always nice, though, to watch these two dominant teams not get blown out in a championship game and take it all the way down to the line. And so they've got the championship trophy on the ice, and we will take a moment here to say thank you to all the teams, all the parents, all of the people who organized this tournament. The two of us had a chance to call these games, and it was an incredible tournament from top to bottom. Amazing hockey being played all across the board and run in a very efficient, very pleasing way. Not a single complaint.
And Holly, we still have more hockey to bring them.
We do. We have an all-star game coming up after this, but this is a good chance while all the players are skating around to get in our thank yous and our congratulations to all these kids for playing hockey, and as much as they've had to play through this week, it's a lot of hockey to be played. As you said earlier, the bronze medal game, that team didn't even take their equipment off.
And now you see this team sliding on the ice now and grabbing their gear. You know, they're obviously having a great time, and obviously this is a big moment for them. So congratulations on winning the World Selects Championship.
And we mentioned we'll have the All-Star game coming up, so that's All-Star team of European players versus the North American players. So it'll be a fun, hopefully full of goals game. So we'll have that call later on today. That game, I believe, is at around 3:30.
They just named.
So the goalie of the tournament here, given to number 30 from Team Ural. That's Nikita Makalov.
The defenseman of the tournament, number 10 from CSKA, Matvey.
So the top defenseman of the tournament here, going to number 10 of CSKA, Matvey Sharavin. He was a stalwart on the line for CSKA.
Forward of the tournament, number 91, Thomas Miersick of Western Canada.
So Miersick, number 91 from Western Canada, will get the forward of the tournament. He led the tournament and his team in scoring through essentially the entire tournament.
And the most valuable player, number 9 on CSKA, Alexei Dontsov.
And so the tournament's MVP is number 9 of CSKA, Alexei Dontsov. He was all over almost every game he played, and he did lead his team in scoring. And in terms of playoff scoring, he was one of the only players in the top 5 that wasn't from Western Canada.
Congratulations to the top players of the tournament.
So as we mentioned, we will be back to call the All-Star game at around 3:30 today. It's European versus North American, so it should be a fun game.
Good to see them shaking hands too. Mercic with the 2 Russians, and I guess 3 actually, including the goaltender up there.
So that will be the end of us for the moment until the 3:30 game this afternoon.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Now we would like Team Western Canada to come up and accept their medals for second place. Congratulations.
Riley's job is to hold the medals. She's got both her arms up.
There's not a lot of time before the All-Star game. I thought there'd be
3:30.
I guess overtime, right?
Quentin said he enjoyed listening.
Of course. He's never going to say anything mean.
It is what time there? 5 a.m.
Well, it's Calgary.
That's the same as Saskatoon.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
it's 5 a.m. Yeah.
I was thinking Toronto.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
He was up at 4 a.m. watching us the other day. Yeah.
Why? Like, I appreciate it, and I love the kid, but like, Quentin, what do
He
you
starts work at 8 too, so he's got a long day.
He's an early riser too, though.
He is. But that's super duper early.
He's so funny.
He is. He's obsessive.
He's the best.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, because if he was annoying, he'd be the worst.
Oh yeah, but he's
He's great.
he's lovely. He does it the right way.
Canada, please come back for your team picture. Thank you.
Half the kids in the dressing room right now. I'm a little surprised that Mercic was the top player in the
I think it's because Catton might have led in goals, but Mercic had him beat for points.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mercic led the whole tournament. He had like 14 points in the first 3 games.
Oh, wow.
Like 7 goals and 7 assists or something. Because they beat teams like 20-0 and then 13-0.
Right.
And Catton had a lot of goals, but Mercic had all the assists too.
No, that's fair.
So yeah, he led, I think, in scoring through like from beginning to end.
Makes sense.
He does it a little quieter.
The games that I
And
saw,
now,
they were so
for the
close.
championship team, cska, please come up and accept your first place medals. Congratulations.
I think Europe's definitely going to win.
Yeah, they got a pretty strong team.
Although, I mean, with the dominance of this team and then the top forwards from some of the others, it's a lot of them. Catton gets to keep his number on the All-Star team.
So they're not all just going to wear their own jerseys?
I think, no.
That's not the plan?
No, I wish that was it. Although I wouldn't know who was.
Yeah.
But some of them are, I think, like if, like, Higgins is wearing 4, and that was his number, and Catton gets 7. But Mercick is wearing 8, but I think he was like 19. I think it depends because like
He's 91.
yeah, see they don't go past 19 for numbers,
So they were just handed jerseys.
and I think they must have given similar ones.
Probably 1 to 30, and they have no choice.
Please line up on the blue line. On the blue line, guys. Now we'll call up the captains for the championship trophy.